It's my honor to introduce the honoree tonight, a hero of mine, Bobby Williams. Bobby came to us 25 years ago or so when we didn't have anything, just a story and a dream, a man who had faith, jumped on the bus with us, and then took the front seat and started to lead it. Bobby has been generous of heart. His time, he's always available for us and for our young people. He's also given his mind and his thought. He's a very creative businessman and has given us the challenge at times to think through things. He's also been quite generous. Not only has he given us millions of dollars, he and Carol, but they've also given us their people. Their people. Many of them are here tonight. Many of you slept out. I know you. And the ones who didn't, I know you too. But Bobby is a man of faith. He's a man of commitment. And it is a thrill to introduce my friend and a hero of mine, Bobby Williams. Let's take a view.
Bobby Williams is a brother in the fight. Bobby has been with us when Covenant House was a thought, and he joined us at that time when it was really a faith journey of what we could be, and he's been a little bit of a Pied Piper in bringing Covenant House to its current day.
I was invited to Covenant House by Jim White. I remember getting up in the morning and driving from Ridgewood down to Newark, where the crisis center was not yet built, and he introduced me to a young woman who was 20 years old. She had her fourth child. She was homeless, and the last thing he told me, she was HIV positive. And I realized that I wasn't in Ridgewood anymore, and there was a world out there that needed a lot.
His dream was, wow, to build a crisis center in Newark where they would house kids not only to give them a place to sleep, but for food and a program. And then Nancy's Place came along, and he was really excited about the beginnings of Nancy's Place. And then the purchase of Raphael's Lifehouse in Elizabeth was just the topping on the cake.
Bobby has been chairman over 15 years. He's been on our board for over 20, but he's really been involved in its inception.
He's had to navigate through some very difficult times. I mean, the pandemic and COVID, and Bobby brings a lot of intellect, he brings a lot of strength, he brings a lot of grace to the position.
I think my dad really gravitated towards Covenant House because they don't just take the kids in and give them something to eat and a place to sleep. They provide a scaffolding around these kids to allow them to grow to their fullest potential.
In 1975, Bobby and I started a fastener company.
We put a business plan together, and I went to my office in Bloomfield, New Jersey, and started making telephone calls.
We started with 2 employees and $600. And now we have about 80 employees, and we do about $70 million a year in sales.
He came from nothing, and he created something really incredible. So he's definitely an inspiration to me. He's a role model for me.
Bobby and I have been married almost 37 years. My background is I'm a social worker. I worked in a school district for many years. So the combination of Bobby and wanting to give back and my background, meeting Jim White and finding out about Covenant House was just the perfect marriage for us.
Covenant House has brought my family together. And I think the biggest part of that is the sleep out. I mean, I've slept out. I was at the first sleep out. I haven't missed a year. My wife has slept out a number of times. My daughter has. When you're out on the street, it changes your perspective of what other people go through and how our lives are unique to us, but there are other lives that are much more impacted by things that we don't really recognize. And when I go to Covenant House, it can't be about me. It's got to be about the kids. And it's got to be about the staff too, because they do a lot of hard work. When you hear the stories, I mean, it can bring you to tears, you can cringe, you can get angry and frustrated, and yet they continue to move forward. It's not that I want to give that back, I almost need to give that back, to give them what I got from others.
He sees what everyone's max potential is, and I think with these kids, he just sees that they can go so far.
Bobby, you are truly our honoree. We all here at Covenant House appreciate your commitment and your dedication. We know that you brought hundreds of people to our work, and our mission is in your heart. So congratulations and thank you.
We all appreciate everything that you've done and how tirelessly you've worked for this program, and I love you so much.
This is a wonderful award, a wonderful recognition of the incredible contribution you've made to Covenant House.
It's been a great 48 years. I hope we have another 48 years, and I'm very proud of your accomplishments with the Covenant House.
I am so proud of you. I'm so happy to be your wife and that I can travel this journey with you. Thank you.
Hello. Love you, Mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, our honoree, Bobby Williams.
Wow. It's going to take about 2 weeks for my ego to come back to earth. But I have to tell you that being here at Covenant House, being on the board for 21 years, being connected for almost 25, being the board chair for 15 years has been nothing short of an excellent adventure. It's kind of interesting when Jim took me to lunch, had to figure something was going on when he brought me to lunch, and asked me to be the chair, the honoree. I was honored, but I knew it was a commitment, and I started giving him some ideas. And he said to me, Bobby, wait a minute. We are honoring you, but understand, this is not about you. And that's the truth. This is about the kids. This is about the staff and the programs that we run here. And like everything else, I am just one cog in the wheel. My name's up there, but I am just one player of a larger team. And I am so grateful to the people that I'm surrounded with. First and foremost, I just need to recognize my wife, Carol. She has been she's been an inspiration, a source of very wise counsel all these years. And I couldn't have done it without her, because sometimes I just don't see things for some reason, and she gets them very clear. But it's not just me. Again, I'm like almost all of you out there. I am a volunteer. Certainly today, a glorified volunteer, but a volunteer. And I have the privilege of working with so many other amazing volunteers. And so I would like to just take a moment to recognize the Board of Directors of Covenant House, New Jersey. So I'm going to ask if we could just raise the lights in here for just a minute, because I have lights up. Can we get those lights up a little bit so we can see? There we go. Never want to pass an opportunity to embarrass people. So I'm just going to ask all the board members, Covenant House, New Jersey, to please stand up. These are truly inspired people. Please, come on. Come on, stand up. Here they are. These are good folks, really good folks. Okay, let's leave those lights up for a second, because we also have a number of advisory boards. We call them our program boards. And a lot of people put a lot of effort into specific programs, whether it's Rites of Passage, Nancy's Place, and the other programs that we have. So I would like to ask all members of our program board, you do a lot of good work, please stand up, all program board members. There we go. And finally, one last thing. Those with the boots on the ground in the program are the staff here at Covenant House. They do amazing work, and it's not always easy, but they're here each and every day. So all the staff, please stand up. Come on. All Covenant House staff. Now that's kind of interesting, all the staffs in the back of the theater. What's that about here? But anyway, I just want to do this to prove that, this is a team effort. And I am very, very proud to be part of this team, of course. So thank you very much, and thank you for being here, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Bobby Williams.